Hey y'all, it's Trondeleon and I'm back again with another video. Okay, so hazing is any activity expected of someone joining or participating in a group that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them, regardless of a person's willingness to participate. Okay, so Caleb Wilson was 20 years old, attending Southern University A&M in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. There he was majoring in mechanical engineering and was a member of the university's Human Jukebox marching band. He was a talented trumpet player and very dedicated to school and a bright soul. He was also a member of Pilgrim Baptist Church in Kenner, Louisiana. To support Wilson's family, community members created the Caleb Wilson Foundation, which is collecting donations at www.thecalebwilsonfoundation.org. A group of men dropped Caleb Wilson off at the hospital and left. He was wearing only black sweatpants and white socks. The men told medical staff that Caleb had been playing basketball at a nearby park when he was hit in the chest. Officials conducted an autopsy and noted a small bruise on the right side of his chest. Investigators reviewed surveillance footage at the hospital, which showed a male driving up to the hospital emergency room in a black Dodge Challenger. The male got out of the vehicle and opened the passenger door, revealing Wilson sitting unresponsive in the front seat. According to the warrant, the driver and medical staff took Wilson out of the vehicle and rushed him into the hospital. An investigator working the case was able to see the Dodge Challenger license plate, and when he ran it, Isaiah Smith's name came back. A driver's license photo also confirmed that Isaiah Smith was the man who drove Caleb to the hospital and took him out the car. Investigators spoke to Caleb's family and witnesses who told them he was pledging into the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. Witnesses said Caleb and 8 other pledges went to a warehouse that houses a flooring company on February 26 for a meeting. The pledges had to change into gray sweatsuits, then stood in a line while each pledge was punched 4 times with boxing gloves by at least 3 people. Per the arrest affidavit, witnesses identified the people allegedly punching pledges as Isaiah Smith, Caleb McCray, and Kyle Thurman. Kyle Thurman allegedly punched the first half of the group. Caleb McCray punched the second half, and Isaiah Smith punched at least one pledge. Caleb Wilson was in the second half of the group. Caleb McCray then punched Caleb Wilson 4 times in the chest, and he collapsed to the floor, becoming unresponsive. After the blow, Caleb Wilson suffered what seemed to be a seizure and urinated on himself. The pledges were then moved to a separate room while leadership checked on Wilson, and he was then placed inside Isaiah Smith's vehicle and taken to the hospital. He was pronounced dead the next day on February 27. Police said someone changed Wilson's clothing before he was taken to the hospital. While he and the 8 other pledges were wearing gray sweatsuits while being punched, he was wearing black sweatpants at the hospital on February 28th. Investigators searched the warehouse where the hazing took place and found black boxing gloves. Baton Rouge Chief of Police said no one called 911 to help Caleb Wilson. 3 people have been charged in connection to Wilson's death. Caleb McCray, 23, manslaughter and criminal hazing. Kyle Thurman, 25, facing 1 court of criminal hazing. Isaiah Smith, 28, facing 1 court of criminal hazing. Isaiah Smith, Kyle Thurman, and Caleb McCray are all Southern University and A&M college students. Isaiah Smith is a graduate student, while Caleb McCray and Kyle Thurman are undergraduate students. According to the university, it is also alleged the warehouse where the hazing occurred is one that Isaiah Smith is familiar with. According to a source, his father, Todd Smith, leases the property for his business, California Hardwood Floors. Also co-written this space is Baton Rouge Councilman Cleve Dunn Jr., the outlet reported. So, hazing is prohibited in Louisiana due to the Max Grover Act, which was enacted in 2018 after the death of Max Grover. He was a Louisiana State University freshman who died after a hazing event on September 14, 2017. Southern University said on March 4th that the university has banned membership intake for all student organizations as a result of Caleb Wilson's death. And those who break the law could face fines or 6 months in jail for non-fatal hazing, as well as suspensions and other punishments. So for me, this hits a little closer to home because I was born and raised in Louisiana and still live in Louisiana still to this day. So his family live in Kenner, Louisiana, which is like 30 minutes up the road from where I currently reside. And Greek organization slash Greek life is a big thing down here in the South, especially in Louisiana. They even have certain sororities and fraternities in churches. I had a neighbor that was part of the Eastern Stars, and I have uncles that pledged in college, and they are a part of different fraternities. So it's a big deal down this way. But the entire situation that happened with Kayla, it kind of reminds me of this movie called Burning Sands that is on Netflix, so you can watch that if you want to check it out. But it's kind of the same thing that happened with Kayla Wilson. It kind of resembles that. On the movie, the guys that were pledging were going through Hell Week, and then on Hell Night they were beat, and one of the guys passed out and had a seizure, and the guys he was pledging with took him to the hospital, but they were instructed by the brothers to just go there and drop him off. Well, one of the guys that took him to the hospital, they couldn't just, leave him there and stay. So that everybody ended up staying at the hospital. And only thing that's kind of different is the situation with Caleb is that his brothers dropped him off and left him, and lied to the police to the authorities and told them that he was playing basketball. So it's just a sad situation that something like this happened. But it kind of resembles the movie, and Caleb situation kind of resembles each other. It's just sad how you have to be abused and humiliated to prove that you want to be a part of an organization. But my thing is, where do you draw the line when being hazed and say enough is enough? Let's get this discussion started. And would you be a part of a sorority or fraternity and go through the hazing process? And if so, why? And like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.